Hey, my friends, this is Greg Gomez III, founder, CEO, FastStartMarketer.com. I want to welcome you to this little short presentation. This is my little newbie starter steps to compelling copy. This is a two-part series on the most important elements to writing as influential as possible so you can get appointments and sales now, all while staying compliant with Facebook advertising guidelines. See, there's a lot of copywriter trainers out there that'll teach you how to be brash, how to get attention, how to be abrasive even. The downside to that is if you try to do a lot of this type of marketing, these standard, typical, direct response style marketing on Facebook or Google or some of the other platforms that are available, you'll typically get your ad accounts banned. And let's be honest, the most effective resource for lead generation right now is Facebook. So if you're doing anything online for generating leads, this is a very important topic for you to cover, go through, rewatched over and over again. Put this video in a arsenal of your tool belt to help you become a compelling copywriter, but also a compliant one as well. Now, before we begin all of the different tutorials and everything I'm going to share with you here on how to get this done, I want to briefly tell you about our Fast Start Summit that is fast approaching September 2nd through the 4th in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is a phenomenal event. This is our third annual event. You can register for tickets now at faststartsummit.com. What do you get for attending the Fast Start Summit? Well, you get to join the likeliness of all of these fine folks who will be at this year's live event. Dozens of other people just like yourself implementing how to be able to use the power of the internet. We're going to help build sites for you directly that you can use to generate leads online, and so that you can put this lead generation copywriting strategies to work to help you grow your business. This is a phenomenal event. It's unlike anything else that's out in the industry for network marketers, direct sales associates, or home-based business owners, in that the point of this is not just to give you inundated with traffic sources, lead strategies, latest, greatest tips, or anything that might get your accounts banned. This is stuff we've proven to work over and over again that have worked for us to keep our ads accounts compliant, and ultimately that you will implement right away from stage. We teach you something, you implement. We teach you something, you implement. You literally will leave this event not just with knowledge and information when you go home. You will literally have skill sets that you will have started, you'll be improving upon, and you'll be able to actually go home and start putting to use in your business right away. In fact, my goal is for you to actually have leads, sales opportunities, and actually have some business generated if possible, if you follow the guidelines that were there. I bring the best speakers in the space. My two scheduled speakers already are Ben Settle, who I'm going to be talking about here in a minute, who's one of the world's regarded best copywriters. I'm also going to have Vince Reed, who's one of the best traffic drivers in the country, on stage and sharing with you exactly what he's doing to generate up to 250 leads a day plus, and so much more. Also, people who've actually come from where you are in your business, just getting started, getting themselves to the point where they're actually producing great results, and how they transform themselves from beginners to actual producers so that you can apply those strategies in your very business itself. So the Fast Start Summit is unparalleled. It's the best event that you're going to have access to for network marketers, direct sales associates. There's my buddy Vince. And anyone who's truly serious about taking your business to the next level. Jeff Steven as well. FastStartSummit.com, FastStartSummit.com. This is from last year's event. That's Luke Jayton. Man, so many good speakers. All right, back to copy. What is copywriting? Copywriting is the art of salesmanship in print. It allows you to influence prospects and eliminate a majority of the rejection you would normally get. And when you use it correctly, it can help eliminate up to 80% of the tire kickers that you would otherwise run into. This skill is what allowed me to leverage my selling to be able to recruit over 10,000 people before I ever picked up the phone to talk to them. Should you pick up the phone to talk to them? Of course you should, because an entry-level person, somebody just getting started, is somebody that you want to actually nurture, develop, and bring onto your team long-term, because that's where the real revenue is going to come from. Now, where can I use copy right now? Well, good news, you can use it in social media posts, you can use it in emails, web pages, blogs, ads, etc. Now, here's the thing. What can you do right now to start improving your copy? You see, copywriting is a muscle. It's something you have to work out. It's something you have to get better at. It's something you have to practice, develop, and grow with, take feedback from. And here's the truth. I'm not a marketing genius. You're not going to be a marketing genius. No guru that you're going to pay a bunch of money to is going to be a marketing genius. The only marketing genius is going to be your market. You will put an offer in front of them. They will respond with their actions. They'll opt in. They'll give you money, whatever it is. Those are the things you need to focus on, and the best place to start are with headlines. The headline is so important because it's the ad for your ad. It literally gets the attention, sets the tone, and compels them to want to read the rest of your ad copy. This can literally improve readership by up to 7 to 10 times more than with a poor headline or no headline, which is a big mistake I see a lot of folks still making. This compels people to inquire as to the rest of the story. The headline gets them started, hooked, turns them around, gets their attention. Now the rest of the body copy is designed to build that desire and get them interested. This is the first place to start testing for improving your marketing results. If you're running ads now, if you're sending out emails, if you're sending personal messages in chat and you're not getting people to respond to you, oftentimes it's that first couple of sentences that matter the most. That's the headline, whether it's your subject in your email, whether it's a first couple of sentences in your Facebook post or your social media post, wherever that is, those first couple of headlines or sentences are the most important real estate in any copy that you're going to write. So what is copy? Copy is anything that you write to influence folks. So I'm going to give you some simple hacks to allow you to become much more effective in the way that you write copy. How do you do that? I'm just a beginner. I'm just getting started, Greg. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. This is my mecca right here. One of my favorite places to go is the bookstore. This is at our local Barnes & Noble. And what I'll do is I'll literally sit in front of these magazines and I'll start looking for headlines that will grab my attention, and then I will either take a picture of them or I'll actually type them in. That's usually the best way to do it. So I'll create a template out of whatever it is that I'm getting here. Let me show you some examples. So here is Prevention Magazine. You can see in the top left-hand corner, going down, shrink your fat zones, lose 7 pounds in 7 days. Burn calories for 14 hours after exercise. 8 lies about sunscreen, believe them at your own risk, etc., etc. Why these magazines are so powerful is these are some of the biggest and best copywriters in the world. And these people are paid based on the number of magazines that they sell. You see, they have the most important real estate in a magazine. Their responsibility is to get you to pick up the magazine, look through it, read part of that article. Of course, you're not going to have enough time to read through it because your kids are saying, let's go, let's go. So you have to take the magazine to the front of the counter, purchase it, take it home so you can read the rest of the article. The inside of the content is not even important. The cover, the material on the outside, this is some of the best in the world. And there are none better that do this than Cosmopolitan. Here's Miss Lovely Demi Lovato. Always, there's a formula to Cosmopolitan. They always have in the left-hand corner something about sex. And this one, it's pretty tame. Hot date night, bring your bae closer. Well, it's insinuated there that that's what it's about. Get fit secrets for a tight bod. 5 no-fail pickup lines at the bottom there. Have you been lifting? Right? There's a little hint of it. These guys, just some of the stuff that they write, they're the first place I saw the word vajayjay, which I thought was hilarious. And it's a compelling read. Demi Lovato's triumph over all of course, the BS. Top shelf beauty. There's always that little icon. Let me show it to you. Here's a couple more magazines. Up in the top left-hand corner, take one man, 7 ways to blow his mind in bed. It's always about sex. There's always a little circle on there somewhere. Here's another one. Moves you think he wants in bed, but so doesn't, right? The beauty issue. Again, on the right-hand side, why the average Aussie girl can't find clothes that fit. You can tell that this is the Australian Cosmopolitan, but it doesn't stop there. Here we have another one. Men, sex, and you, plus what makes him fall in love. So this is obviously a British version because it talks about I earn 100,000 pounds blogging about my favorite things. Now, all of these are super compelling, I just read the special report why porn is making men bad in bed. That's hilarious. Okay, all great headlines, very attention-getting. Why it's so important to look at these is because you get a great baseline. Here's the challenge, though. You need to be aware of these types of headlines. As compelling as they are in the regular world, using these types of headlines unmodified can get your ad account banned completely. As much as they're effective in the real world, Facebook doesn't want to see them. And now what most marketers do at this point is they'll move away from Facebook saying, well, it's a stupid platform. Look, I don't agree with that at all. I've always had the attitude, if you want to be in the game long haul, if you want to make big money, you got to learn how to be a long-term player, because I would rather have 1.5 to 2 to 1 on my return on my monies and be able to do that for a decade versus going out there and being able to make 10 to 1, 20 to 1 on my monies, but only being able to do it for a couple of months before Facebook finds me and kicks me off. Look, I've seen big marketers get quote-unquote vacations for a year from Facebook because they're not doing things properly. But there's good news. See, my students and I have invested over $132,000 in Facebook ads testing these processes just in the last few months. So here's a couple of simple tips that get your copy just as compelling without risking your ad account on Facebook. Number 1, don't make claims. This is the Federal Trade Commission's banner here. Results by X time is a big time no-no. Share a narrative instead of what happened after you got the results. So for example, you don't want to say lose 7 pounds in 7 days. As compelling as that is, it's also played out. Social media is about story sharing. So what Facebook wants to see is, I was only joking when I tried my daughter's pants on, but the look on her face when she saw how they fit, dot, dot, dot. That's a very compelling story that follows the model of the piano headline, which is they all laughed when I sat down at the piano, but when I began to play, dot, dot, dot. It's a very effective model, one that all of the clickbait you see on Facebook right now is using very effectively, but you don't want to make it that blatant. This is a little more coded and it works very well. Tip number 2, tell a personal story. What's your story? Share your personal narrative of the results you've gotten without making it sound too miraculous. So now here's examples. No. Who else wants to eliminate your aches and pains from arthritis with essential oils, right? That sounds very cheesy. A better way of doing that is I looked at my friend in disbelief. Her story made no sense, but there she was gardening again. But when she showed me what she was doing, dot, dot, dot. Notice how there's a continuation. They want to learn the rest of the story. This is a simple story-based headline with 2 sentences in it that you can actually go through and use in your copy right away. So again, you're not making health claims. You definitely don't want to go in there and say you're going to treat, cure, mitigate, or prevent any disease whatsoever. That's not the nature of this. This is specifically designed for you to go in there and tell the narrative of what your disbelief was. Let them draw their own conclusions. My third tip is code the money. All right, when you're talking about money, don't, right? That's really critical. If you're going in there talking about how much money they're going to make, you really shouldn't do that. You should replace the amount with an equivalent code only for potential prospects that they'll understand. So here's an example. How I made $347,000 in less than 6 months with the simple ads on Facebook. You definitely don't want to do that because Facebook's going to kick your butt. Yes, my family was pleasantly shocked when I offered to pay. They knew how I'd been struggling in my business, and that was the last time they ever thought that. Here's why. So it gives you an opportunity to be able to say, yeah, I'm financially affluent now. And remember, if you're talking to somebody who's struggling to achieve better financial results, you don't have to go in there and say, I made umpteen billion dollars. You literally can just tell the narrative of this is what I did that turned my life around and now I'm in a better position. And this is what works very well on Facebook, and we haven't had any challenges with anybody who's running brand new ad accounts or people who have had established accounts. The longer your ad account history is established, the less you need to worry about this stuff, but you still need to be mindful of it because it can have a problem. So there you have it, my friend, my 3 quick tips to help you improve the headline writing. I'm going to cover in another video tomorrow where we're going to go through exactly what you need to do in order to improve the quality of your bullet writing, because headlines are number 1, bullets are number 2. I'm going to share with you that in tomorrow's video. Now, in the meantime, if you'd like some more copywriting tips, I'm going to be doing a live webinar with Ben Settle. He's the Rebel email expert, reveals how he ethically pulls sales by breaking the rules taught by gurus. He's one of the world's most compelling copywriters, and I'm going to be sharing with you exactly a live interview with him. You can register for this event at faststartmarketer.com. /live. Again, that's faststartmarketer.com/live. And ask your questions, chime in underneath here. Let me know what you thought of this video. Share, tag anybody who you think would benefit from this. And most importantly, get registered for the live webinar so I can answer any questions I can for you about copy. And more importantly, I can ask the guru himself. He likes to tease other gurus, but he's actually quite the guru himself, about how to actually write compelling copy. Now, I'm going to warn you, he and I have very differing philosophies on copy. He's a very robust marketer out there that goes out there and says exactly what he wants to. So should be a very interesting, sparks-filled, flying event for you to attend and enjoy and ask questions and get both sides of the story. That's it, my friend. As always, I appreciate your time. Take action, click like, share this, like our page at Fast Start Marketer. And most importantly, share this, tag folks, and register for the webinar. I will see you on the next post. Take care. Bye-bye.